to and what bad choices in life will lead to. I'm thankful for going through there because now I know to stay away from drugs to live a long and happy life. There are many types of drugs throughout the world. Some common ones you've probably heard of are tobacco, marijuana, and alcohol. Smoking tobacco can lead to cancer of the mouth, throat, lungs, bladder, and kidney. Tobacco causes more than 400,000 Americans to die each year. Marijuana can be addictive. It can cause short-term memory loss, loss of the ability to concentrate, and lots more. Luckily for us, marijuana is illegal in the United States. On the other hand, alcohol is legal. Too much alcohol slows down the brain and body. You can tell someone has had too much alcohol because they lose self-control, have poor judgment, memory lapses, or loss of coordination. After learning about these, I decided I won't do drugs. Most people encounter peer pressure sometime in their life, and it would probably help if they knew what was happening. Sometimes someone is pressuring you to do something good. Other times they're pressuring you to do something bad. There are many different kinds of peer pressure. Positive pressure is good for you, and it sounds like, come on, let's practice one more time. Friendly pressure can be good or bad for you, and it sounds like, do you want to try this? Teasing is cruel. It's when someone makes fun of you to get you to do something. It sounds like, are you a chicken? Tempting can be hard to say no to, but don't give in. It's when someone tries to persuade you to do something but doesn't ask you straight out. It sounds like this. Let's be built a soccer field. I hear you, cigarettes. Bullying can be scary. It's when someone physically or verbally threatens you to get you to do something you don't want to. It sounds like, if you don't do this, I'll pound you. Some ways to say no to peer pressure are using repeated refusal, humor, or just walking away. Decision making is important. We use it every day when we decide something as simple as what to wear. The hard part about decision making is deciding how to say no when we make a choice. That's why we have the DARE decision making model. This time, DARE stands for define, assess, respond, evaluate. First, you describe the problem, challenge, or opportunity. Then, you figure out the choices you can make. Next, you make your decision. Finally, you evaluate your decision. Was it a good choice or a bad one? When I grow up, I want to be a professional figure skater. If I do drugs and steroids, that might never happen. Drugs and steroids could do things to me. One, they could mess up my body so I would not be able to jump or spin. I would have to quit because I wouldn't do well in competition. Two, they could mess up my brain. I could get bad grades and my parents and coaches wouldn't let me skate because my education always comes first. The things I've learned in DARE have made me feel 1,000 times closer to my goal as a professional figure skater. I also feel that after going through DARE, I can help others live a drug-free life by helping them understand peer pressure and to make good choices. So remember, stay away from harmful drugs because you never know what they might do to you. Also try to avoid peer pressure, but if you can't, try using one of the choices to say no. And if you ever have a problem, try the DARE decision-making model. It really helps. Remember, you want to live a violent and drug-free life, because if you don't, you might end up in a bad place like jail. I promised myself that I will never do drugs, because I don't want to ruin my dreams.